Welcome to another Brownie Bites edition of It's Always Game Day in Cleveland. I'm Daryl Ryder coming to you from CrossCountry Mortgage Campus in Berea, where the Browns wrapped up their 12th training camp practice this year. Let's start with the newest Brown, a former Brown and now a Brown once again. Nick Harris hopped on a red eye and got to Cleveland just in time for walkthrough Monday morning. He was, of course, acquired from the Seahawks late on Sunday. Harris glad to be back with the Browns, who, of course, picked him in the 5th round back in 2020.
I'm glad to have a job, have an opportunity to come back and just compete in a place I'm comfortable in, and it feels good to see all my teammates again and see everybody around the building. So, I can't complain at all. I think just the familiarity is good, and being back around the same guys, playing around the same guys is also that's a plus. Being comfortable around those guys. So I think that's probably more so what it is. It's huge, just because they know how I learn. They know how I play, so and how my mind works. So they know how to kind of just transfer the knowledge to me and the information. So definitely worth it. I was just talking with Jack out there while I was out there about what was kind of going on, and it feels good just to have those guys have some familiarity, so the transition's a little bit smoother back. I've learned to just kind of take this as it goes and just be grateful for opportunities, like even just coming back here, just being grateful for that, and being grateful to have a job and being able to work and just play the sport that I love in any shape or fashion, whether in any role. So I'm just glad to be able to do it.
The trade of Harris necessitated by the loss of Luke Whippler to a broken ankle in Saturday's preseason opener. Some more offensive line news at left tackle. During team reps today, James Hudson started, but also we got to see Hakeem Adeniji as well as Jermaine Ifedi get some reps with that first team offense, so that's something that we'll be monitoring as we go forward. Some good news from an injury standpoint where the Browns are concerned. Juan Thornhill, the safety, he is back on the practice field. Shelby Harris also returned. D'Onte Foreman also on the practice field. Now I want to talk about MJ Emerson, Martin Emerson Jr. He is just having yet another fantastic camp. We got to visit with him before practice. He credits a lot of the success he's been having on the field to his friendship with cornerback Denzel Ward.
For me and him, I would just say that brotherhood on the field, just knowing that we both prepared for the moment and we both ready. And it's kind of easy to go out there and put it all on the line for a guy like that when you went through those tough moments. You shed blood, sweat, and tears during the training camp, and just for for these moments right here to come back out and push each other. So that was a blessing. We built our standard early on last year. The standard is the standard. We feel like, but we know we are the best cornerbacks in the league. So we just got to put it on tape and prove it. And just come out here every day. We try not to allow no catches and just try to get better at everything we do. And ultimately our position is to shut down the receiver that's the quarterback intending to throw the ball to. So that's our job. So we don't want to give up no passes and just make the defense stronger. Just coming in, just focusing on bettering myself every day. I try not to look at the accolades too much because honestly, it matters, but it really doesn't. I just want to be the best I can be, for this team and this organization, for my fans, and just for everybody that believe in me. So I feel like the outside world, they will catch on, So we're really not worried about that, though. We're worried about Cleveland Browns football.
Emerson had himself another good practice on Monday, came away with an interception in 11-on-11 work of quarterback Deshaun Watson. Up next for the Browns are joint practices with the Minnesota Vikings. Earlier, some of their equipment folks showed up in here to Berea here as they began loading in for those practices, which will take place on Wednesday and Thursday. Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski planning a lot of situational work with the Vikings. Also, it'll be first-team offense against first-team defense, vice versa, second-team O versus second-team D as well. Here's Stefanski on those upcoming practices with the Vikings.
I like that you can have controlled settings. I like that both sides can feel confident that their quarterbacks are going to stay upright. And I like that you can script practice and get a bunch of different situations, whether it be 3rd down, 2-minute, what have you. If for us, sometimes you go through a game and you don't get a 2-minute per se, or the 3rd and 3 doesn't show up for you, those type of things. So it allows us to really get intentional work, if you will. The game's on the schedule, so we got to play the game. And then we like to bring the team in here for a couple days and get good work at those drills like we talked about. We'll be able to do one-on-one drills. We'll be able to do the kickoff drill, those type of things that allow you to do it in a controlled setting. Coach Flores does a great job on their defensive side, so it'll be very different from our front. And then Coach is known for a lot of pressure, which we need a lot of work at that, so that'd be great. And then different personnel, certainly the outside linebackers, more standing up than our 4 down. And then on the offensive side, Coach O'Connell and Wes Phillips do a great job with a bunch of different schemes that are very difficult. We share some DNA in what they do offensively, but they also do some really interesting things in the pass game and the run game.
Stefanski's not the only one excited about the prospect of going up against someone in practice not wearing a Browns jersey. Martin Emerson Jr., also a big fan of the joint practices.
Excited, very excited for the moment. Just to put good things on tape. Game time reps with my guys, against a different opponent. So that's always fun. But, it's ultimately about what we do. But, it's going to feel good going against another opponent and not going against our offense all the time. So I really don't care, honestly, who line up against me. I'm going to make them, respond to me, do my job, do what I do. But, of course, got that on my mind. When he comes in here, he's one of the best receivers in the game. Excited, to get game reps against him and just, learn whatever I can and just apply it to my game from those reps. I would say that's the highlight of training camp because, you're traveling somewhere or you got a team coming in and you get to just let all the bullets go. Honestly, you get to play fast, play physical, and, just worry about, the consequences later. So you want to keep it, professional. You want to keep it under control, but at the end of the day, football is football. It's fast, physical, and things happen. So hopefully we don't have any fights, but, it's a part of the game, too.
And before we wrap up, just a quick word on the stadium situation, which continues to evolve. Of course, the war of words is underway. Sunday, of course, county executives issued their letter to the Haslams. The Haslams then, in kind, responded with a statement of their own. Also, too, the Browns responded to the city of Cleveland's proposal by the Monday deadline. They submitted some questions to the city of Cleveland, and they are awaiting responses from Mayor Justin Bibb and city officials to those questions. We'll keep you up to date. Lots of stadium coverage available for you on our station website, 923thefan.com. Some podcasts as well. Spencer German and I had a chance to interview Cuyahoga County Executive Chris Ronayne Monday afternoon after he held a press conference concerning the future of where the Browns will be playing football come 2029. So please check that out as well. Thanks, as always, for listening and downloading and subscribing wherever you get your podcasts, including the free Odyssey app, and, of course, those of you who do watch us on YouTube. For my partner, Andy Baskin, I'm Daryl Ryder, reminding you it's always game day in Cleveland.